Now, we've heard a lot about those people trapped abroad and still trying to get home during this pandemic. But one Lancashire couple have chosen to hole up where they are. Chris O'Hare and Gabs Gatrix are on a remote beach in Thailand. Now, you might recall previous conversations we've had with them because they set off to cycle around the world 2 years ago. Now, the couple from Poulton set off with the intention of being self-sufficient and carrying everything they need with them on their bicycles and trailer. It's more than an adventure, though, as they're raising money and awareness for the charity Prevent Breast Cancer, a cause very close to Gab's heart because she set off on this ride just a couple of months after having a double mastectomy. Now, she didn't want to sit 3 years waiting for the all clear, so she got on a bike. They navigated their way through Europe, Nepal, Cambodia, Vietnam, and round into Thailand. And then coronavirus struck. So they've had to park their bikes and hope they can wait it out in their tent on a remote beach on the island of Phi Phi. I spoke to them, and Chris described their current view.
My view is looking out to the ocean. I'm sat in a little remote bay tucked away. So we've got like jungle and mountain behind us, and we're sort of sat. Well, we've got the tent up in just at the edge of some bushes on the beach. We've moved a few times, but yeah, this is our new home for the foreseeable, I hope.
So which country are you actually in?
So we're in Thailand. We're in southern Thailand, and we're on a little island called Phi Phi Island. It's actually, I don't know if you remember the film with Leonardo DiCaprio, The Beach, many years ago. That's the island, basically.
So obviously most of the world seems to be in lockdown because of the coronavirus. How much are you following what's going on in the world, and what's it like in Phi Phi when it comes to lockdown?
We're following it as much as we can. We just have to move around like now. We get a good reception here, but in other places we've not had a good signal for quite a few days. So things just, when we do sort of catch up on the news, it's changed a lot. Thailand's pretty much on full lockdown. The island itself, everything is shut. We're on the quiet side. On the touristy side, other side of the island, everything's closed. Like restaurants, hotels. So yeah, that's the lockdown, which is all over Thailand. But they're also putting a curfew in place this week as well, because it is spreading. All the borders are closed everywhere, because we was cycling through Thailand towards Malaysia, but everything's shut. So yeah, in a way, you wouldn't really know anything's going on where we're located, really. Apart from when you see
So what happens next for you? What happens next? Because as you say, you were hoping to go through Thailand, and
yeah.
How are you coping? How are you coping in terms of food and water?
Well, where we are now, we're fishing. Water. There's some people called sea gypsies that live just on the shores of the island of Thailand, which they basically just live in little wooden huts on the beach, and they have fishing boats, and they just keep themselves and go fishing. So we've managed to sort of befriend a few of them on this part of the island, and we've got fish off them, water off them. I don't actually know where they get the water. They have big tankards of water, but we have been producing our own water from seawater. We've got a little system that we use with bottled, just evaporating water. So food and drink isn't an issue. It just means every day we've got to go out and find, get hold of the food and drink, which that's all we've got to do anyway. So it's not too bad.
But by all accounts, you went fishing last week and the boat sank.
Yeah, we went out. A local gave us a little canoe. We just went paddling out. We were trying to get to an island where we've been a few times, and we got halfway, about 3 kilometres out at sea, and it just suddenly started taking in water. So it sank below the surface, and so we had to attempt to swim back with a boat that was, like I say, under the surface, and then luckily about 1 kilometre from the shore, a fishing boat came along and saved us, really, because we were drifting past the island. So if the fishing boat hadn't have come, we could have actually missed the island. and I think the next island was about 50 kilometres away.
I've got to say, you sound remarkably calm.
Yeah, it's quite relaxing where we are. That's everything is at a slow pace. There's nothing. We know everything that's going on in the world, and we're aware of everything, but there's not much we can do. We know we're going to be here for the next few months. We don't know when it'll change, when the borders will open. We just have to face facts. This is where we stay. It's not a bad place to be, but also it is very remote, so it can get. I don't know. We're used to being on our own, as you know, though, for weeks on end without seeing anybody. So we're used to our own company. So it's probably it's almost 2 years of being on the road. So this is probably our journey so far since we left the UK has probably set us up well for this happening. So it's probably good timing, if you can say that.
Let's speak to Gabs now, if that's okay. Put Gabs on the phone. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well.
Now that we know... Well, I know, yeah. Well, I know that you picked up 18 months' supply of your cancer treatment for breast cancer at Bangkok Hospital.
Yeah. That was lucky, yeah.
Very lucky.
Yeah, we're lucky we did it at that time. So we'd arranged to go to a hospital, and they were really helpful. And they gave me a year and a half of my tablets. And look, now I don't have to worry. But if we hadn't have done that, I would have run out.
Are you not tempted? Are you not tempted with everything that's going on? Are you not tempted just to go, right, let's come back to Lancashire?
No, because I feel that it took me 2 years to cycle here, and then I thought of getting on a plane and going all the way back was a waste of my energy. and also what we're doing for prevent breast cancer, we don't want to give up. We just don't want to give up, and we want to continue our journey for the charity, yeah. So no, it's not crossed our minds to come back. And being on this remote island, we feel maybe we're safer because we're not really near anybody. So we're quite happy marooned on our island.
But this is going to be quite strange, isn't it? Because you're used to travelling all the time, aren't you? And this will be the longest that you stay put in 2 years. Yeah, it is. Because it is paradise where we are, and you've got the water and we can go swimming and fishing, but it is that, we can't get on our bikes, and we're used to moving and used to seeing different places every night and finding somewhere else to sleep. So, it is unusual, so we can just keep running up and down the beach and going collecting wood. Keep ourselves busy. It's Chris's ideal place is to be marooned on an island. He thinks he's Bear Grylls. Do you know what? They are so unbelievably chilled when I spoke to them. They're in a tent on Phi Phi.
Is it Phi Phi?
It's Phi Phi, Leanne. Yes,
are you sure it's not Phi Phi? Because there's that other place, isn't there? And I think Phi Phi might be in that other place. You've got to be careful. Are you sure?
Which other one are you thinking about?
That other one. It's like a destination. If you say it wrong.
Where?
Phuket.
Phuket.
Oh, it's definitely Phi Phi. In Phuket. I'm not even going to go there. No, right now it's just gone 7:30.
This is BBC Radio Lancashire.